I dream I know deep up my feelings for you. Watch them grow, perceive deep.
Hello guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel, Rosa Care and Beauty. Yes, the whole of this week I have been behind the voice and today my face is coming out. Yes guys, so if you're new on this channel or if this is your very first time to stumble on this channel, in this channel we do natural remedies, skincare, health issues during the week, and on weekends we have motivating videos. So please do consider hitting the red subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you won't miss any of our videos. And for my old subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for always coming by to show your girls some love and support. So guys, in today's video we are going to be looking at our very first motivating videos that is going to be enlightening us on how to. So we are going to be looking at how you can avoid moving from grace to grass. Yes, when people are moving from grass to grace, some of us have chosen to move from grace to grass. No matter our age, no matter our standard, and no matter our level of life, we've chosen to move from grace to grass. Okay guys, why am I bringing this video out? It's because lately on social media I saw some videos flying from one platform to another, from one platform to another, from one platform to another, that is saying there was this, especially from those that are giving us Nigerian vibes. And in this video I'm going to use two people as an example to pass on what I want to pass. We have this man that just died in Nigeria, a Nollywood actor, and I forgot his name. I'm going to put there. And then we have this our mama also that died just of some months ago or last year, something like that. We have Mama Ngeya. I'm going to talk about her death and what I think about some certain things about it. So those are the two people I'm going to use as an example in this video. Okay, talking about this man in Nigeria, he moved from grace to grass. That is why I have to title this video, avoid moving from grace to grass. He moved from grace to grass in the sense that this man, I know this pa or this father when I was a little girl. So he has stayed in the industry for more than 15 or 20 years or more than 25 years, because if I was 10 years or 15 years that I know this man, and now I am a grown-up woman or a grown-up lady so he has stayed in the industry for a very long time, and at that time this industry was really booming, which means he had made a lot of money from it. He made a lot of money from his career. Now keep this one aside. Also we have Mama Ngeya that died last year. May her soul rest in peace. We will always use her as an example if you want to pass an information. She also has stayed in her career for a very long time, which I believe she has made a lot of money from her career. Keep it aside. Now come to this father that died in Nigeria just of recent. When I was visiting all this platform, the story that was coming out was that he died because he didn't get enough support from the industry. The friends or the colleagues in the industry, they didn't give him enough support, or they didn't give him enough help to help him in his treatments. Okay, now keep this one aside. Come to Mama Ngeya. What also that was roaming around the social media was that she didn't get enough support, and some people were like pointing fingers on some particular people, which I will not call their names, pointing fingers on some particular people that why didn't this person help Mama Ngeya? Why didn't this person help this one? Please, there is something that we have to also put in our head. When things like this happen, let us not look only at the sorrowful part of it, but let's also bring out some lessons that we have to avoid, especially in the future days ahead. Things like that should not be repeating themselves over and over again. Now, I come back to this man. When you have an opportunity at a particular time, that opportunity will not stay around you forever. It is just for a moment, and if you don't use that opportunity rightly or in a very useful way, that opportunity will slip off your hands when you have done nothing with it. When this man was in the industry, the first question we have to ask ourselves is, as the story goes, he was abandoned by his colleagues or by the industry. When he was in the industry, did he also give other people helping hands in their situation? That is outside of what I want to say. Now, talking about his own personal life, what are the things he invested his money in when he was really making money from the industry? Because there is something we call life investment or long-term investment. If you have opportunity to make money, or you have opportunity that you are really generating some good amount of money, if you don't use this money usefully, this money will get finished without you getting anything out of it. You're moving from grass to grass. God gave you an opportunity to use it so that he will shift that opportunity from you to another person. You think you're going to have that opportunity with you forever, and you have to use your money lavishly, or you have to use your money on wrong things. Because I was looking at this man, that if he is not having investment, then his investment should not be raising him at least 2 million a month, or even 1 million a month from his investment. He's supposed to have such investment. Because if you have money and you are approaching your 50s, your 60s, and you don't have investments that are giving you some income every month, then I don't think you use the opportunity that you were given to rightly. You didn't use the opportunity rightly. And when you have money, you don't plan for unforeseen circumstances. You're going to face failure in your future, or in your old age. You're going to face failure, and at that particular moment, you will start putting tension on other people, or you start putting depression on other people, because at times when this message is sent out that this particular person is on a sick bed, the person is needing help, you start putting people on tension, or you put them on depression. When you have money, you didn't do anything with money, or you move from one country to another, without you investing your money in anything. Before you have your money and you start buying 10 cars, 4 cars, the car you used to go for meeting, the car you send your children to school, the one you used to go to your job site, make sure you have reserve, that in any circumstance you can withstand. I'm talking to most of our celebrities. Most of them, when they die, they start putting blames on people. We should avoid this nonsense. When people die, they start blaming others. He was abandoned. They didn't give him support. Some people really have money. They didn't use it rightly. I will talk about our mother that died last year. She had money. All you could hear from quand j'étais à Paris, quand j'étais à Amérique, quand maintenant, vraiment de Dieu, When you say when I was in, I want to speak French, but the French is not coming out. When you start going from one country to another, make sure you keep some reserve, because we have unforeseen circumstances. You cannot just be using money without looking where you can put money to be generating the money. You have to keep money where you can be generating money. You cannot just be using money because you know when you are in a particular situation, you will call for people to come and help you. You know that people will say, oh no, this is this father, he was in the industry, we have to help him. It is not like that. Everybody have problems. So we should not look at things like that. When we have money, when we have the opportunity to have money in a particular stage of life, we should look for things that we can invest our money in, so that even in the next 10 or 20, 15, 30 years, those things will still be there to generate us some income. This man, if he had 3 houses that he built for rentage, because he had the money to do that, just in 1 month, these houses can generate him an income of ₦1 million a month. It is possible. And I don't think if that is what he would have done, or if that is what he did, he would have faced such a situation. But he didn't use his money rightly. Same goes to this, our mama. If she had kept some, make some investment with her money, she wouldn't have faced such a situation. It would not have been like that. So you should die because money couldn't keep you alive. Don't die because you say they didn't give you enough support, or people didn't support you enough for your treatment. When you were a great somebody in your career, you were supposed to keep money or investment. When you die, even as a celebrity, we have to look at some of your investment or some of the things that you did as a remembrance of you. But most of you people, when you go or when you died, we don't see anything, because you use your money in the air. Your money just go in the air. We don't see anything. Now, I'm just calling on our celebrities, youth, or anybody. When you have money, please invest money in long-term investment or lifetime investment. We have houses you can build. You can build houses here and there. Those are long-term investment. You can have plantations. You can also have an industry. So that even at your old age, you still have an income generator. Not that you reach a particular situation and then the whole story becomes like you never did anything in your life. You never worked anything in your life. It is really surprising, or it beats my imagination to know that some people of such caliber, they die because much attention wasn't given to them. It is uncalled for. It is something that really calls for attention, that we have to say it. Our celebrities, they should rise up, or they should change. I can say they should change, because you can't keep doing it the same way. I'll say another example now. Okay, look at Etofis. Do you think if he arrived or if a certain sickness had to hold him now, God forbid he has to sick, I'm just putting an example. Do you think he's going to call all the attention of people to come and help me? Oh, I am dying. He won't. He has invested. He He has kept money. That is why he couldn't live some certain kind of life at a particular stage of his life, because he was planning his future. He was planning his retirement. You have to avoid failure in your retirement. You cannot be retiring and you are lamenting. When you are retiring, you have to, it's something that it has to be joyful. That while resting, you have somewhere, you sit comfortable in your house, and you have money coming here and there because you work for it. So my fellow youths, our celebrities, please, we need to see changes in some things. When people die, they should not be pointing fingers at people, because especially those in that industry, I don't think they will have closed some people's salary because they have to help a particular someone. If you were the one working in the industry, will you allow your salary to be held for 1 or 2 months because they want to give help to somebody? So, my dear fellow youth, celebrities of our time, in Africa, in the world, Nigerians, Cameroon, I know you guys are getting me. I have not said that they should not render help to people when they need help. But these people should not pass away because they couldn't get help. And you shouldn't get help from people because you could not help yourself. But you can get help from people because people feel for you. People look at your situation and say, no, you need help. But help from people shouldn't be your last bus stop. I'm not saying for people that are less privileged, people that are not opportune to have some certain kind of money and a certain situation attack them. That's a different thing I'm talking about here. I'm talking about people who had money and could not use the money rightly, and when a certain situation before them, the society or people around them are being held for. It is wrong. That is why I'm calling the attention of people that when we have money, we should invest in long-term investment or life investment. Building houses is a lifetime investment. I won't lie to you guys. Having plantations, don't look at somebody and say, no, I cannot do this, I can't do this, I want to have this. No, it is not like that. Even the richest people you see, they have invested money. They invested in businesses. They invested in how are they calling it? Book and call. So they have things they had invested their money in that you see them. They don't stress in life, but they keep on having money because they sacrificed some moment in their life. They didn't live a kind of life at a particular moment because they know the future is coming. We still have the future. We still have days ahead of us. Before you start flying from one country to another, using all your money to pay flight ticket and the rest, eating, buying expensive cars, we should have reserve. We should have reserve. Youths that we are still growing up, we should change this thing. Let us change it. You can't live your life in your youthful age or in your late 40s and at your 60, you become a poor man or a poor woman. It is sad. It's a sad news. How can you be rich in between your 28 and your 38 and between your 40s and your 60? You are poor. You didn't use the opportunity rightly. You didn't. Because if you did, you will be richer, not poorer. You won't become poor instead. So please, Let us learn how to invest, no matter our investment, but it should be something that is a lifetime investment. We have shares in companies, we have farmland plantation. You can have your plantation. There are people have hectares of rubber plantation. They produce and they sell to company and it generates them a lot of income. I know someone who don't work in any company, but he is a millionaire. I learned from him. He is a millionaire, the kind of first millionaires I know. He has plantations. He has farmlands. He employed people, hundreds of people to work for him. He is not working in any company. Let us invest our money in lifetime investment and avoid. You can buy a car today and tomorrow it is scratch. It is scratch. You can't buy a car for 25 million and then you don't have a penny in any investments around. That is not a good life. It's not a good life. You can't be driving a car of such an amount when you don't have an investment of 1 million or even 500,000. It's not a good life you're planning for. You are not planning for a good future. What about your children? What about your children? And for us ladies, when we have husbands that have money or that are generating some amount of money from a particular source, we should encourage them to invest. Let's encourage them to invest. All I'm talking about here is about investments. Investment, because these two people are not the only people, but they are the people I choose as an example. Or if, except I didn't get all the information, but let us invest. We should plan our life in such a way that unforeseen circumstances should not be surprising to us. Sickness is an unforeseen circumstances, but you have to prepare for. We prepare for sickness. My grandfather even planned for his death. He planned for his death and that was how it was done. He planned his life in such a way that he did not rely even on his children. He had money. He had farmlands that he invested in money in. And I was a baby. I grew up and those lands are still there. They are still there generating money. I started eating the money when I was a baby and I am still a grown-up lady today, still eating the money. Let us learn to invest on things that are not going to vanish within 2 or 3 months. Because that is what we are used to. Youth of our time, celebrities of our time. We only show our cars around. We only show things that are of very short term. We don't train our society to invest in things that is going to last forever, that even our children's children will benefit from it. We die and our names are just wiped out in the society because we didn't leave anything behind. And there are people that are very wise and are doing exactly what I am saying here. There are people, I have said another example. We have people like Etofis. He has investment. He has worked for his life. When you work, you don't have to die wretched. People work their whole life and die like a wretched rat because they didn't plan their life well. We should avoid that. Those of us that are still growing up, that we are still agile, we have enough energy. We should use our energy rightly. We should use opportunities that are given to us rightly. Let us not live a lavish life because we see some people living it. You can see somebody like Etofis living a lavish life, You don't know his bank account. Can you withstand his bank account? You can't. But some of us that don't even have even a coaching chair in our rooms, we want to live a lavish life. We want to be seen by the society in a particular domain. And we forget about planning for our future. We forget about planning for our children. And most at times, you see children of people that were rich, and in their future, they become beggars in the street. They become beggars on the street because their father didn't use money he had rightly. You are supposed to plan for your children. You don't need to have money and you say no. You are going to have that money forever. That opportunity will stay around you forever. It is going to be shifted to another person. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs help. I'm not saying that when somebody is on a sick bed, the public should not render the person help. No. It shouldn't be your last bus stop. People of such caliber, and we that we are growing, we should avoid such. We should avoid it. We have to eradicate it. We have to brace it and let the other generation see something else. Because it is sickening. See people dying and people are pointing fingers on others. It is heartaching. We don't have to point fingers on people for others people dead. What if I am in the industry or I am a colleague of this person and at that particular moment I didn't have enough finance to render the person help? Will I be termed a wicked person? Do you know my own plans? Do you know what I am going through? Do you know what is happening in my own house? We don't know. And not because we see people shining in the outside and we think everything is very well for them. If we plan our life rightfully, if we plan our life in the right way, there are many things that in the future, it will not befall us. It won't, because we planned for it. If you have a car and you have your reserve tire, no matter what happened to the other tire, you planned for it. You just change the tire and you continue with your journey. You won't stay there stuck because you had a flat tire. We have to change. Let's not be like the other people. Let's not be like the same that you said, no, this person did this. If it happens to me, I will also do like this. We have to change it. No matter how small the investment is, it is going to grow bigger. It's going to expand. As the days goes by, it's going to expand. Don't wait until you have millions or you have excess before you start investing. Start investing with the little you have. Start putting money here and there with the little you have, so that unforeseen circumstances will not take you with surprise. Because we want to be 10,000 Thomases. We want to see before we believe. There are things that happen to us, we didn't plan it, and you start asking yourself, where is this thing coming from? Especially this one that we have outside, that we have is cancer. Everybody wants to die. You hear the person is having cancer. There was this man that I know, Bonaberi Douala. His daughter died and he said, if money could keep my child alive, then she wouldn't have died. That is what we call planning for unforeseen circumstances. Because they kept this child this lady alive for good 6 years with millions of sefa. But when this lady died, the father said, if money could keep my daughter alive, then she would not have died. Don't die because you didn't get help from people, but die because money couldn't keep you alive. And people start pointing fingers on others. Let's stop it. We should also take a lesson from it. Send a lesson outside to the community. Let's learn to invest. We should do something else. Not like what everybody is doing. Because this person do it doesn't mean that you have to do it. Do your own things your own way and see what happened to you. Do you want to live your life in your 60s like a beggar on the street? We have fathers that you see on the street that they had money in their youthful age. They had money, but they become beggars because they didn't use their money rightly. Do you want to say God didn't like them? He loves them, but they did not use the opportunity he gave them rightly. A man that was driving all kind of cars in his 60, late 60 and 70, he become a beggar on the street. My daughter, please help me. My son, please help me. When you were supposed to be sitting comfortable in your house and enjoying the fruit of your labor. May God forbid that in my life. I am passing this message so that all of us should learn. We have to learn. Let us change. Celebrities, please, you people should teach us what can benefit our lives. You give to them as a token of their love to you, not because it is your last bus stop. If it is not done like that, you will die and your treatment will not continue. Hey, not be so. Not be so. Me will change her. Me will change her fashion. You know, fine. We have to change it. So I think I've been talking for a very long time and I have to cut it like that. We should learn to invest when we have the opportunity. Invest in long-term investment, lifetime investment, so that in our retirement age, we should not be a failure. Let's avoid being a failure in our retirement, so that you live a comfortable life in your old age and you will not become a beggar after being rich. God didn't make it like that. You should not move from grace to grass. You should move from grass to grace. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have been watching up to this hour and you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Give this video a thumbs up and press the red subscribe button beneath this video. And please don't forget to share the video so that every one of us, we have to learn something from it. I know maybe some things I said will not match with everybody's mentality or everybody's sense of reasoning. Also, ideas are welcome and corrections also are welcome. We are all here to exchange ideas and to learn. So thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video, in my next episode of our motivating video. Bye bye.